Hey, I hope you're happy. That's all I ever wanted for you. Being the man that I am, I let you go. That was very difficult for me. But that's what sets me apart from all of the rest. Doing the right thing isn't easy. I was madly in love with you, and I never felt that you felt the same way about me. I wasn't planning on medically retiring from the world's greatest army. I didn't expect to still be going through the same hell with my health care as I did in the army. There was no way you would have been able to last the last 14 years or survived the last 14 years. I barely did. I've been through fucking hell, and it's finally nearing its end. This spring rebirth is healing growth. Something like that. You know, I divorced you because you interrupted my bath. I'm dead serious. I asked you to do your business before or after, as to not disturb me, for it was part of my therapy. You never wanted to talk, but you always were in my business. You didn't respect me. You didn't love me. Just the idea of me. And I understand that. We weren't on the same level. I think about your birthday when you invited your mom and her friends, and you drove my car on empty trying to kill it like you did with your aunt's truck when you picked me up from the airport. You thought I was controlling, and maybe I was, because I'm a man and a leader. We had poor communication, and of course, it's my fault. Our sex life sucked. That's why you caught me jerking off taking my bath. There was no connection. I did you a huge favor by getting you off of those rocks in the ocean. Hawaii. Hell, you wasted no time having kids, so it was already over for you. You couldn't tell the truth to your brother. I knew you wanted to support me on my path. I didn't want to give up on you. Being married and feeling alone sucked. You're a wonderful woman. I am certain that you are a kick-ass mom. That's why I married you. I knew something would happen. I knew if something happened to me on my next deployment, before we knew about my medical retirement, that our kids would have a proper upbringing and that they would be loved for all the love we never had growing up. The timing of it all. I wish we could have worked things out. Albeit, I became a threat with my pen. I got an instructor, Dalen J. Garcia, fired, who should have never been hired in the first place. My first quarter at Green River Community College, I was canceled before cancel culture existed. Told the FBI my plans to overthrow the United States government and walked away. Exposing corruption and telling the truth has turned me into a villain. I was doing acting classes, but I guess I was a little too real, and cowards used lies and my social disabilities against me. I don't have any rights. I don't know what happened to my white privilege card. Did you ever get one? We weren't going to make it long before because you didn't want us to make it, or else we would have been able to work things out. It's okay. I didn't want to suffer. I didn't want you to suffer and go without because of me. I wanted to make you the happiest woman in the world. I never wanted to say no to you. I wanted you to become the best you could be. I did have regret over the years when I look back upon us. You are the closest I've ever been to love. I know what I deserve, and I wasn't getting it from you. You didn't even know what to get me for a gift. The little things built up. When you barged into the bathroom, you finally spoke to me in a language I could understand. You didn't respect me and took me for granted. I know, I beat the hell out of you and kept you away from your friends and wouldn't let you do anything. Narf. You were too immature for me and made it in hell playing grown up. Dude, you could have used my GI Bill to go to school for 3 years and get paid. BH, it was like 1800. That was high for 2012 out in the Seattle area. And now it's like over 2,000 and such. While I use my vocab rehabilitation, which is another BAH, and I'm getting ready to use that one. And then on top of my unemployment, which I got, I think it was for 3 months. I don't know how long it was. I got unemployment for. But that's one of the benefits of getting out of the army is you do get to collect unemployment. And then I was at 90% for my service-connected disabilities and my medical retirement with the army, and I'm at 100% now. So for no student loans, 2 adults with 4-year degrees, you didn't have to work for 3 years at least. I'm 100% rated in cost of living adjustments. I'm finished on my GI Bill finally before it expires. I'm going to use my vocational rehabilitation education benefits to get my craft beverage started. So yeah, you didn't want to go to school with me. We could have relaxed and enjoyed each other, living a unique life together. You would have been the perfect sidekick for my crazy ass. We could have been college party kids, taking over campus. Oh well, that's life. Thanks for listening. Keep your head up. I mean, random and such, heartfelt. Good to say it, you know. It you know, loved her, man. I did. You know, love, being alone all these years and such. Going at things alone. It's been difficult. And I'm not too certain if I could have done it with her. But the way we were going, there's just nothing. There's no movement forward. Because it was the same repetitive argument. She would always she always run to her mom. And like nothing. And listens to bad advice from her mom. Just because her mom, is a loser and fucking has a shitty, boyfriends and stuff like that. She has no standards. Fucking, yeah, she kept Elise scared. And we can never work through things. She never listened, like, she's, like I said, freaking barging out, like, gives my bath.